So today I'm going to teach holographic breathing. I'm going to teach a certain energy circuit that is going to open the blue energies. And the blue energies relate to the adrenals, the kidneys, the bladder, the urethra, the vagina and penis. It's a particularly powerful circuit, and obviously with the vagina, urethra and penis at the bottom of it, there's a lot of sexual potency that rises in this circuit. It doesn't stay sexual. It turns into different qualities of healing energies as it rises through us. So I'm going to teach a particular orbit of the breath around the body that is going to open that circuit and start to transform those energies, start healing those organs. And this particular way we're going to work with it also initiates the transformation of the sexual energies. Those energies will start releasing, rising up through you and through the third eye, the crown chakra, and into the higher self. So we're going to work with that for a while. And that will also be the next advanced webinar series we start, is we'll go into that circuit in depth. And once we get those energies running, I'm going to move away from that circuit and we're going to connect to the energies of the snake, the sexual energies rising in the body and healing, often depicted as a snake, as the Kundalini rising. And when I first discovered this particular orbit, there's 7 different types of energy, and each one has different organs in holographic breathing. And I was looking for an orbital breath to open up. Each one has a different orbit to open them up. And when I first found this one for the blue energies, automatically after a while, the energy of the snake started rising in my body. You know, I could see and feel the snakes all rising up through me. And I often get dreams where I'm being followed by snakes. Like, normally it's in water, actually, strangely enough, but I'm kind of swimming and then there's this water snake swimming towards me and I'm swimming away like mad, but it's faster. And obviously I'm scared that I'm going to be bitten, because when you're asleep, you think you're awake and you think that snake is real. And it may be, you never know. Who knows which way round it really is. But anyway, there's that fear of being bitten. So anyway, these snakes were rising in me and I knew they weren't real. They were energetic snakes. And they really wanted to bite me on the neck. So I let them, and they kind of stuck. And it's not like they just bit and their teeth came out. They'd sunk in their fangs and their backs kind of arched, and they just pumped the venom in. They just stayed there locked. And as that happened, it added to the rising of the sexual potency. It kind of produced an orgasmic effect, that bite. And those venom sacs are very similar to the release that happens in the genitalia. These 2 teeth here and above these 2 teeth here that become the fangs of either a snake or a vampire, whichever you really wish to be, these relate to those blue energies and this quality of orgasm, and it produces an inner orgasm that rises up through the body. And again, it's not like an external orgasm, it's healing. Those energies are releasing and healing through organs. But what it does when you allow them to bite you on the neck, it opens a gate. For me, humanity is kind of stuck here. It doesn't go above here energetically. These centers don't open. They may be opening to a certain amount, but as soon as the energies go through the throat and neck and through the brain, then you start moving towards enlightenment. As soon as the energy is going through your head, you have to deal with the intellect, you have to deal with what you perceive to be yourself, the ego, or whatever that identity and matrix is, because it shines a light on that. You can no longer be who you perceive yourself to be. So as these snakes bite around the neck, it opens up this gate, and then the snakes can more fully move up through the face, through the brain. Or you get this hood over the top of the head, opening the crown chakra. So you may be scared of being bitten, and you don't have to allow yourself to be bitten, but it's much more fun if you do. And ever since that, I've never had snakes scaring me in my dreams. I'm not scared of being bitten in my dreams. I'll certainly be scared of being bitten when I'm awake, but in my dreams it's taken away that fear. I think, you know, those snakes were coming after me as an initiation of the Kundalini, and if I'd just allowed them to bite me, then that could have unfolded. I also have it with bears. I get bears following me. I'm like, oh God, I've got a bear chasing me. It's going to kill me. And I actually, they're obviously a healing totem as well. And I must remind myself in the dream to let the bears actually catch me and see what happens there. I think it will also be a healing. So we are working with the snake, the fear of being bitten, the inner orgasm when we're bitten, and also when that venom goes in, the snakes are no longer separate. We become the snake. It's like the snake's DNA is going in and it becomes part of our DNA. And then rather than viewing the snakes, for me, I just become one big, huge snake, much, much bigger than myself. And then you go on the journey as a snake. And they did this brilliantly in a film. I can't remember I think maybe called Excalibur. And I can't remember the actor's name, but Arthur had to kill this other king, and it was quite a futuristic one with kind of all sorts of weird beasts and things. And the seer had come to see him, and he had to merge with the snake. He brought out this snake, and it did exactly that. She said, you have to let it bite you. Dung. And went in and just stayed there. And it was exactly the same thing. After that happened, he was on this shamanistic journey, and this snake energy was running through him, and everything was a bit surreal. And where he got to the castle, this massive snake came in and destroyed everything. So, you know, I'm not saying we're going to go and destroy a castle, but they seem to get the energy pretty good. After you're bitten, you become the snake, and then you can go on this shamanistic journey. And I don't know how far we're going to go with that journey. I don't even know if people are going to get snakes or be bitten. I did strongly the first time, and then since then I actually have to provoke the snakes, because I'm quite happy just doing this circuit of the breath, and then I do that in different ways. But I can pause it at a certain point and let it change into snakes, and then work with that. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to work with a particular circuit after I've taught the holographic breathing. I teach the holographic breathing as a guided meditation. Then we will work with the circuit, which is two points, and they start either side of the groin, and they come up as a figure of 8. They come inside the body, up through the kidneys and adrenals, then up either side of the spine, then 2, and they come down either side of the forehead here, and down through the kind of cheekbones, the zygomatic arch here. And you see that also comes down into these thangs here. So you get that breathing in from either side of the groin, through the body, up through the kidneys and adrenals, then up the back as 2, coming down to here. Then breathing out, coming down in through the body, coming out or past the adrenals and kidneys, and then out into the lower back, down the lower back, around the sacrum, and then settling either side of the groin. And this hits on quite a few of the energetic points for the blue energy circuit, and it goes through the kidneys and adrenals, which are part of the blue energy circuits. And these 2 points in the groin, either side of the groin, help to activate the bladder, the urethra, the vagina and penis. So even though it's not all the points and it's quite central and we're just moving through them, it will activate that circuit. And often you see this figure of 8 as a snake biting its tail, and it's the infinity sign. So rather than a small orbit just going around the outside, we're doing a central figure of 8 orbit with 2 points, and that activates this. I don't know how I found it. I think it just happened. I think I was just breathing, oh, that feels good, and just carried on with it. Oh, that's opened the blue energy circuit. Oh, there's loads of snakes. Oh, it's going to bite me. I'm dead. So anyway, we will do that circuit, and then we'll wait a while, because it can be fun just sitting into that circuit, and we'll have just let that settle, and then we will allow the snake. So we're going to do it in just one meditation, one longer meditation, rather than 2 meditations. I wonder how many people, I haven't lost anyone yet. That's quite good. So for the new people, holographic breathing, all you need to know about holographic breathing is it's the best ever breath work you've ever done. It's as simple as that. Yeah, the other stuff is good, but this is better, according to me. You might not think that, but according to me. Unjokingly, it's a profound, simple, very deep, inexhaustible. I don't know where that word came from. Inexhaustible. People who have been working with me for 5 or 6 years will validate that, in that over 5 or 6 years we haven't really repeated anything. We've just gone on through new material, new ways of doing. It's not like we've just done the same meditation over and over. It's just inexhaustible. Well, as some people say it's like an ongoing something or other, revelation. It keeps revealing more and more as you go. So there's a lot of depth to holographic breathing. There's also channels that come through when I'm speaking, and people often just pass out. They say they whine or they moan. They email me and say, I go to sleep. Can't you do it so that I can stay asleep, stay awake? And it's not my fault. When I talk, channels come through. When I teach the meditations, channels come through. And I prefer that. It gives it more depth. And if you pass in and out of consciousness because of my voice, it's all right. Don't fight it. I'm not that type of teacher where you're just going to be awake and aware. We are working with channels here, and you will learn to connect your own channels. And they do close the mind down. They do close the dialogue down. They do alter your state of consciousness and your relationship to who you consider yourself to be, or your mind. And in that state, it's very easy to pass out. So even I don't consider myself a spiritual teacher or enlightened or anything like that. But these spiritual energies that are coming through when I teach, for me, they are to do with that. And I can't really feel them while I'm teaching. But when I listen to my videos, I'm the same. And I'm not really looking for that, because when I'm listening to my videos, I'm normally trying to edit them. Not trying to be meditative, I'm actually trying to edit them so they're okay to put out. So, you know, and a lot of people have never been able to stay away. And I don't think that's a terrible thing. It's just they are open to those energies. And when I listen to them, if I'm not editing and I just listen to them, I can hear and see those energies coming through. And I don't pay a lot of attention to my dialogue. In a way, you have to, because you need to be able to do the meditation. But I already know what's happening, and I can just let those energies run through me. And I often use them just for that. I'll just lie down and I'll let the words and the voice just run through me. And if you're at all tired, normally people just pass out when they're tired. So anyway, there are these energies that come through when I'm teaching. For me, that's a bonus. May mean you flow in and out of consciousness. Let it be. Okay, holographic breathing. The description of holographic breathing: the lips are relaxed and closed. The upper surface of the tongue is on the roof of the mouth. The breath is through the nose. And then with the lips closed and with the tongue on the roof of the mouth, on the in-breath, the jaw gently opens, and on the out-breath, the jaw gently closes. It was a very small, relaxed motion of the jaw. And you will almost certainly not be able to do that just from me describing it. We're going to do a guided meditation where I'll talk you into it in an easy way, where it just starts. And it starts as an exercise just to get it right and getting working. Then at a certain point, it just connects to the movement of the breath, the muscles of the breath, and becomes automatic. And after that point, It's not like, oh, I'm moving my jaw. The breath is moving your jaw. So we're going to go into that guided meditation soon. But to start off with, I wouldn't advise trying to do the movement of the jaw yet, but for the new people, you can start by having the tongue on the roof of the mouth. It's the upper surface of the tongue. See, as soon as I start actually talking about and teaching the holographic breathing, I feel these energies getting stronger. They just come in, and I can't speak in the same way. I kind of slow down as they come in. There's a potency and a spiritual relevance, whatever the word is, to holographic breathing. And presumably it's not just me that gets that if you practice holographic breathing, you will connect to your higher self, to your guides, and they will come through as you do holographic breathing. I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, you can start off with your tongue on the roof of the mouth. It's the upper surface of the tongue, and as much as feels comfortable. The tip of the tongue is close to or just touching the front teeth. And it may be half an inch of the tongue on the roof of the mouth, maybe an inch of the tongue on the roof of the mouth, might be the whole tongue covering the whole roof of the mouth. But it has to feel comfortable. You don't want to push the tongue up there. Just as much as feels comfortable is the important part. Over a period of time, the tongue will get softer and more relaxed, and just in its own time start splaying over the whole roof of the mouth. But to start off with the tip of the tongue close to or touching the front teeth, the upper surface of the tongue on the roof of the mouth, and as much as feels comfortable. The lips are closed, the breath is through the nose. So if you just start with that and become used to that. Now I'm just going to demonstrate holographic breathing. You may not even see it, but you will see that it's a small and subtle motion. It's not a big motion of the jaw. You'll also see that the lips are not opening, that the jaw is moving and the lips close. If you're a healer, you may see a whole different change of quality when I start doing holographic breathing. For me, holographic breathing just is not like any other breath work. The other breath works don't seem to channel spiritual energies. They may do, but just not for me. Where the holographic breathing, as soon as I start doing it, it's like this whole thing goes on. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking about it and just do it for a few breaths so new people can notice what happens. And as soon as I start breathing like that, I go into an altered state of consciousness. The Kundalini rises, my brain starts to awaken, I get a deep connection with the earth, and I get a deep connection with the higher energies. For the new people, just we're just going to do a little exercise before we go into the guided meditation, where I'll go through it bit by bit, so to get it started, and then we will work with that circuit and the snakes. But we want to get a holographic breathing working first. But an exercise first, just having your lips closed and just moving your jaw up and down. It can be, doesn't have to be slow, but you can move the jaw up and down a bit like chewing, just to get the experience that you can move the jaw and keep the lips closed. Just notice you can do that. Okay, so also for the new people learning this, the actual learning of holographic breathing at the beginning, you need to be seated, sitting upright. If you're lying down, a good chance you'll fall asleep before you've learnt it. It doesn't matter falling asleep after you've learnt it, because you will know it. But if you fall asleep halfway through the instructions, it would be a waste of time, because you just wouldn't have learnt the holographic breathing. So for the new people, it's good to be sitting up. Once it's going, once you're a bit through the meditation, holographic breathing is working, then feel free to lie down. But if you don't want to miss the webinar, my advice is to be seated. And then once it's going, you can lie down. It is not connective breath work. We're not doing it without any spaces. It's just natural breathing with a space. It's not big deep breaths or shallow breath. It's just natural, easy, relaxed breathing. Don't think there's anything else to say. Okay, so everything gets talked about in the doing of it. So we are just going to start now. I'm going to turn my sound up a bit. I'm going to turn that down a bit. Okay. You can hear me okay? Yeah? All right. All you snake people. If you do this and somehow manage to get poisoned and die, it's not my fault. You came here under your own volition. I'm just teaching this stuff. And if you decide to do it with a real snake, also completely your own fault. So I advise not to do it with a real snake, just imaginary snakes. I know they do have snake ceremonies, and I think they let the snakes bite them. So we're not doing that. I did, when I first brought this out, I did call it the snake bite meditation when I first started advertising it, but seemed to be putting people off, so I changed the name. I thought that was quite a snazzy name for it, the snake bite webinar. All right, off we go. Closing your eyes. And if you know holographic breathing, relaxing into the holographic breathing. If you don't know holographic breathing, just breathing naturally. And we're going to bring in some resources, sending a smile, sending some energy to the earth. And allowing the earth to say hello back. Notice the energies and qualities of the earth. She is a reflection of us, the same way we have all of these different energies. The earth has a multitude of different energies. And allow the earth to say hello back. Allow those energies to rise up into you. Notice what that feels like through your body and energies as you connect and share with the earth. And then sending a smile, sending some energy to the higher self and the beneficial energies. Beneficial energies, any channels you work with, any energies you like to work with. As long as it's beneficial, sending a smile, sending some energy to the higher self and the beneficial energies, and allowing the higher self and the beneficial energies to say hello back. Allowing yourself to receive from the higher self and the beneficial energies, allowing those energies to descend down into you. Down into your body and around your body, and allowing the higher self and the beneficial energies to mingle and match with the earth energies and your energies. Allow yourself to be healed by the earth, the higher self, and the beneficial energies. And allow the earth, the higher self, and the beneficial energies to be your resource through this whole webinar. So I think this is going to be quite a strong meditation. There's quite a weight to it at the beginning, which normally means it's going to be fairly strong, or a certain amount of karma to work through. So just relaxing and taking it easy. Whatever's coming up, just relaxing. Taking it in a nice, slow, easy way. The lips are relaxed and closed. The upper surface of the tongue is relaxed and on the roof of the mouth, as much as feels comfortable. Maybe half an inch, or more. But whatever feels comfortable. The breath is through the nose all of the time, and the lips stay closed and the tongue stays on the roof of the mouth all of the time. And then just start making up-down motions with the jaw, like opening and closing the jaw, small amount, but just bouncing it up and down or moving it up and down, just to get the experience that you can move the jaw and have the lips closed. And then slowing that down, moving the jaw much more slowly. And then when you feel ready, as the jaw is gently opening, allow the breath to come in through the nose. As the jaw is gently closing, allow the breath to come out through the nose. If you keep your lips closed and the tongue on the roof of the mouth, will feel a bit like a bellows. As the jaw relaxes open, it draws the breath in. As the jaw relaxes closed, it exhales the breath out. So we're starting in a very physical way, just to get a feel of this, or the mechanics. As the jaw opens, it draws the breath in. As the jaw closes, the breath leaves through the nose. The lips stay closed, the tongue stays on the roof of the mouth. The jaw relaxes open, the breath is drawn in through the nose. The jaw relaxes closed, the breath leaves through the nose. Relax the back of your neck. Relax the back of your head. Just become used to this rather physical bellows type thing. As the jaw is gently opening, it's only a small amount, just a few millimeters, 3 or 4 millimeters, half a finger width. The jaw gently opens and it draws the breath in. The jaw gently closes and the breath releases out. Okay, now we're going to change the whole emphasis. We're going to bring the emphasis to the nose and the breath. And as you breathe in through the nose, the jaw relaxes open. And as you breathe out through the nose, the jaw relaxes closed. The lips stay closed all of the time. The tongue stays on the roof of the mouth all of the time. Notice how softer it becomes when you become aware of the breath moving the jaw rather than the other way around, relaxing your throat, relaxing the back of your neck. As the jaw opens, the teeth are separating. As the jaw closes, the teeth just float together, they just gently touch with no pressure, or they can stay slightly separate. So there's no pressure in the jaw at any time. Notice how it just starts to feel natural, as if you've always known this breath. It is an awakening. Holographic breathing is an awakening of a memory of how to breathe. Notice how you get a really nice deep breath into the lungs. As you breathe in, the lungs are opening, the jaw follows. As you breathe out, the lungs are closing, the jaw follows. You breathe in, the abdomen opens, the jaw gently opens. As you breathe out, the abdomen closes, the jaw gently closes. The whole torso moves into a much slower, deeper breath. Notice how in a very subtle way your whole face has started to breathe, your whole brain and cranium have started to breathe, your neck and your throat has started to breathe. Holographic breathing opens this higher dimension automatically. In holographic breathing, the neck starts breathing, the cranium, the face, the brain, and starts opening these higher dimensions. So if you're new and you kind of got the holographic breathing and it's working okay, if you want to lie down, you can. But you may go to sleep. You are more likely to go to sleep if you're lying down. Gently breathing with the holographic breathing. Notice it's as if every cell is breathing through your arms, through your legs, through your whole body, through your brain, through your face, through your cranium. Notice the profoundness of this breath. It's a profound breathing. It's profoundly healing. If you practice this breathing, you will change. You will evolve. It will open through your brain, through your neck and face, and connect to God, the higher energies, the beyond, whatever you want to call those energies. You will start to link with those. Gently breathing with the holographic breathing. And we're just going to spend a few minutes just breathing in however way, just getting used to that before we start with this orbital breath. So just gently breathing with the holographic breathing, however feels good. Notice how nicely it gets down into your legs. How slow your breath can become and how deep your breath can become. Relax the back of your neck. Relax the back of your head. Okay, so we're going to start with this figure of 8 orbit. Now I see them as blue, but you can see them whatever color you like. So 2 blue dots either side of your groin. Those tendons that come out from the groin down into the inner thighs, kind of round about where those tendons are. Just breathing and having just the blue energy on each of those tendons where they're joining into the groin. Notice how that releases an energy when you become aware of those 2 points. With the holographic breathing will start an energy releasing there. And then on your next in-breath, bringing those dots up through you, back to the kidneys. The kidneys are under the lower back ribs, maybe a little bit below the lower back ribs, but they're under the lower back ribs. Up through the kidneys, up through the back, 2 lines rising up through the neck, around the cranium, and then stopping 2 lines down through the forehead and down through the cheekbones, and just stop there for a while. Breathing in, feeling those lines on the forehead and the cheekbones. Notice how they connect down to either side of the groin. Taking a deep in-breath, breathing out, drops down, the 2 lines go down, back past the inside of the kidneys and adrenals, down either side of the spine, round the sacrum, and back, and back to either side of the groin, and spending a little bit of time just breathing with these 2 dots either side of your groin. Notice how this place, either side of your groin, it kind of opens up the waterworks a bit. It connects to the bladder, the urethra, the vagina, and penis. Gently breathing, then you take a nice long out breath, and then when you breathe in, pulling those 2 dots up through your kidneys and adrenals, up either side of the spine, around part through the neck, around the cranium, and then stopping in the forehead and cheekbones, and breathing. Deep in-breath, slowly breathing out, down through the kidneys and adrenals, down the back, round the sacrum and into the groin. And then breathing in, coming up through the kidneys and adrenals, the upper back, the neck, over the head, and to the cheekbones and forehead, and just breathe for a while there. You may feel this balancing with the same points on the back of your head, kind of either side of the occiput at the back of your head, kind of may balance back and front, and it may also do the same in the pelvis. May connect to the sacroiliac joints at the back of the pelvis where you do the groin. Just breathing with these 2 points, either side of the forehead and in the cheekbones. You may be able to feel it dropping down into your fangs, into your canine teeth, into your snake teeth. Notice there's a reality to that. You can feel as if you have vampire teeth there or snake teeth. Okay, so we're going to do that circuit and keep it going, but you have to breathe from the abdomen to get deep enough breaths. Nice deep breath. Breathing out, down through the kidneys and adrenals, the lower back, the sacrum, to the groin. Breathing in, up through the middle of the body, through the kidneys and adrenals, through the neck, around the head, 2 lines. It's a double line circuit. Breathing out, going down, making this figure of 8. Breathing in from the groin, up. Deep breaths with the abdomen, because it's quite a long circuit, and going in your own time. I will talk it, but going in your own time. Round to the forehead and cheekbones. Breathing out, down through the kidneys, through the lower back, sacrum and groin. Breathing in, up through the kidneys, the back, the neck, round the head. And stopping at just for a second at the forehead and cheekbones, and then breathing out. Letting it drop down. You have to really get a breath in your abdomen. Waiting a couple of seconds in the groin and breathing in. Deep breaths with your abdomen, going at a comfortable speed for yourself, making a double figure of 8 through your body, through the blue energy circuit, going at your own speed, enlightening that blue energy circuit. Rises on the in-breath and comes around, descends on the out-breath and comes around, crosses in the middle of the body. A blue double figure of 8 through your body. And then the next time you arrive at the groin, just sitting there. Feeling your groin. You may feel a blue energy, you may feel the kidneys and adrenals, You may feel the vagina, the penis, the urethra, the bladder. Just breathing with the groin. You may feel this balancing. If you go directly back and the same width apart about, you may feel around this balancing with the back of the pelvis, and just breathing with that area. And then start to become aware of the snake, the energies of the snake. Some people may, others not. You can just breathe with the points. But if you can, just start visualizing or being with the quality of the snake coiled in your pelvis. Start rising up through your body. Starts pulsing from the groin and rising up through your body. Maybe one snake, maybe two snakes, maybe many snakes. You may feel like you've got snake eyes. You may feel like you've got snake teeth. Allowing your sexual potency to rise as the energy of the snake, letting it heal through your abdomen, letting them heal through your chest. Letting them rise through your neck, also through your face, through your head. Letting these snakes writhe through your body, letting them convert that sexual energy into higher energies. Notice they move as sex. Their movement, their writhing, their turning is that sexual potency converting as it rises through your body. Letting them rise through your whole body, through your neck, through your face, through your head. You may feel your genitalia releasing, you may feel your pelvic floor releasing, you may feel that whole area releasing. And letting one snake come up through your body till it comes to about the level of your neck or your throat. And you can see this particular snake wants to bite you. Let it bite, let it hit your neck, its teeth go in, and the venom releases through its teeth, and at the same time it's kind of an inner orgasm releasing from your pelvis, rising up through your body. And it stays there with its head stuck into your neck, its back arched, just getting deep in with all its venom, releasing into you. It really wants to know you. And this is the way snakes get to know you. Then another particular snake rising up through you, rises to the other side of the neck. Again, wants to bite you, and its head hits the side of your neck. The teeth go deep into your neck, and it just locks in. Its teeth deep in your neck, and it ejaculates that venom into your neck. At the same time, you have an orgasm, inner orgasm in your pelvis. And that energy rises up through you. The energy of the snake. Notice how this opens the neck and throat up. You can allow the snakes to bite you as many times as you wish. If you have thyroid problems, really good to let the snakes bite into your thyroid. Or if you have problems with the spine in your neck, it's great to let the snakes bite your neck, the spine, or anywhere that you feel needs healing. You can let the snakes bite that area. They are healing you. And what happens is the sexual potency releases from the pelvis through the snake and is imparted into the part of you where they're biting, where you want to be healed. Notice as this venom goes into you, you start to become the snake. It's like you're becoming one big snake as that venom courses through your veins and arteries. You become the snake with big snake teeth and slitty snake eyes. And you're journeying as the snake. Your whole head becoming a snake head. The energy releases through your neck, through your head, through your brain. And you become the snake, going on a snake journey. Especially good for those vertebrae in the neck, like the snake is coiling and moving. This is fantastic for the spine, especially the cervical vertebrae where they join to the head, because it's continually going back and forth. You may feel this opening through your crown chakra. As that energy of the snake releases through your crown chakra up into the heavens. The energies of the snake rise through you. Your crown chakra opens. Bright white light releases out through the top of your head into the beyond, into the higher self. You can feel releasing from your genitalia, through your whole body, through your neck, through your brain, through the top of your head, and out into the higher self. The healing of the snake. Let your neck heal. A lot of releasing in people's necks and the cervical spine, the vertebrae of the neck. Letting the snake move through the neck as it ignites in the third eye, as it ignites through the crown chakra. The snake kind of disappears, but just turns into bright white light of the beyond. This is so healing for your spine. It will deeply heal your spine. And as it raises up through your head, it heals the whole neck, but because it has to go through the neck, so the thyroid opens, the neck opens, the thymus gland opens, heals through the neck and throat, just this energy rising through you, heals everything and turns to a bright, blinding light of the third eye and the crown chakra. And let that blazing light burn through your whole body, through every part of you. The snake rises and turns into light, connects to the beyond, and that blazing white light then descends through you, healing every cell, healing every strand of DNA down through your arms and legs, through your whole body, and connects to the earth. The medicine of the snake. Our journey is with holographic breathing, gently doing holographic breathing in the background to enable this all to happen. Letting your neck disappear and release and breathe. The journey of the snake and enlightenment, letting your chest burn with the light, letting the light burn through your chest and every part of you, and breathe through your abdomen, arms and legs. And breathe through every organ. And breathe. And enjoying that healing energy. Especially through the legs, the back of the legs, the soles of the feet, the soles of the palms of the hands. We're going to come back in about a minute. So just being with that. Sending a thank you to the earth. Thank you to the higher self and beneficial energies. Thank you to the energies of the snake. Letting the energies go off for love and healing to the earth. Letting the energies go off for love and healing to the higher self, the beneficial energies, the energies of the snake. Allowing yourself to be loved and healed. Allowing the energies to go out to all sentient beings for love and healing. And you are a sentient being, allowing yourself to be loved and healed. And when you feel ready, gently allowing yourselves to come back. Wonderful. So that webinar series, I'm not sure, I think that will start beginning of October, where we work with the blue energy organs. So you will get an email with the recordings of this webinar plus the advanced webinars which happen every Sunday, where we go into things in more depth. There's a particular crew of people who come along to those webinars and keep it going. There's really lovely little family there, but it's open to everybody. New people are welcome, everybody's welcome. We just go into everything in much more depth. And the one this Sunday, what's that? I can't remember. It's either the tongue or the lung, tongue or the lung energies webinar. Both of those series have been profound, deeply profound webinar series. You can join those. If you join them, you'll get the recordings of the ones we've already done and a link to the one coming. But doing a lot of profound work in those advanced webinars at the minute. If you're new to holographic breathing, all I can say is it's unlike anything else. For me, it's unlike anything else I've done really, or within breathwork anyway. It's very similar, or quite similar, to a Tibetan energy system called Tibetan pulsing, but even that, there's quite a lot of differences. And there is a spiritual energy. It is a spiritual energy healing system, holographic breathing. It's not just some breath exercise or something. There is a spiritual content. You will start connecting to evolution, divine energies, spiritual guidance, to the energies of the earth. So holographic breathing kind of fills that gap in a way. And for me, it's something that is going to bring us forwards into the new age. Well, anyway, we are now cooked. Well, I'm definitely cooked. I don't know about you. Now, very well acquainted with the energy. I was quite well acquainted with the energies of the snake. Now I'm totally acquainted with the energies of the snake. So